Hello everyone, good morning. It's 9:45. I'm TK and this is Coach on the Rocks. Thank you for joining. Let me know that you're here. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Today I wanted to talk about another inspiration that I had throughout this week, which is the role of playfulness in learning. Um, I think if you're in L&D or in HR, you understand how playfulness can be incredibly helpful when it comes to people learning. Generally speaking, it's an amazing tool to change a perspective, to loosen things up, to go into a bit of a different mode. I've read an interesting article by Duncan Wardle. He talks about the beta state. And I think, there's definitely something in it. Have a look on his profile, as always, linked in the description. And the article is there in his wonderful stories and tales from his current work and his previous work at Disney. So, yeah, we, as humble associates and myself, we're using playfulness in our work a lot. Lots of games, lots of different activities, and also humor helps people relax. And as long as it's tasteful, or maybe sometimes even tacky and self-depreciating, it is incredibly helpful. Although I have to say that it's not everyone's cup of tea, and it's very surprising because 90% of people we work with really appreciate it, but there's obviously usually a few that don't, and that's fine. It will be like that with every technique. But I've noticed something interesting. You see, playfulness is something that people really enjoy, and it's not about the opposition. It's not about the industry. I remember how much people, for instance, in financial institutions, love and financial services love to use playfulness in their work. It's obviously very different. I was doing it back when people wore ties, so they had to take their ties off and jackets, but it really worked well. But where I had the most trouble is doing it with younger people, graduates, trainees, interns. They don't really appreciate. I'm not generalizing, but I had the most pushback from younger people. And getting feedback about that it's childish, that it's, waste of time, and so on and so forth. Whereas people that are slightly older really enjoy it as a way of learning. I was thinking, and one thing that I am interpreting it as is that people that are slightly younger would like people to appreciate their maturity. And I fully understand that, right? They've just transitioned and from the world of academia, school, and so on, and they're in their career. And obviously, as everyone, they want to be treated seriously, and many people don't. That's unfortunate, right? So when they see playfulness, they might think that we're doing it just for them, whereas actually not necessarily. I think as everyone, they also enjoy playfulness in a way of it being helpful for their learning experience, especially if we're, teaching difficult topics, as usually we are, because we're into leadership mindsets, agility, real change of behavior. It requires a different mode of learning. But be aware that some people, especially when they're younger, they might not enjoy it. So it would benefit you, and always benefits me, to explain why is that the case, why we're doing this the way we're doing it, and explain that we're doing it, especially if you have groups of younger people, with everyone. And that's just the way the learning happens, and it's just better. Also, it's important to understand cross-cultural differences and so on. But to be honest, I think play is something that we share as a human species across, right? Humor, play, different kinds of humors are different. Humor are different in different cultures. But it's something that we share as human beings and can definitely connect us and bring us together when it comes to cross-cultural teams. So it's definitely helpful. Be playful. A part of playfulness is also creativity. So be creative. But there's all kinds of different facets of playfulness. But maybe this is something I might go into with another episode of my Coach on the Rocks. So drop me a comment or drop me a message if there's anything specific you'd like to hear about. I'm always up for talking. And again, I have this show every day. And, as always, I do welcome inspiration. But I also welcome the challenge of finding these inspirations and topics every day for you, my dear listeners and viewers. For now, I wish you all the best for the day. And I will see you, as always, tomorrow. Bye-bye.